Hello and welcome back to another week of Sambo iRacing. We are back in the Mazda MX-5, this time at Spa Endurance layout for yet another track guide. Now, if you're going to run this in the Production Car Challenge, you will be aware that it is an open setup series. And as such, if you want to race the exact setup being driven by myself in this track guide, you can go to our website, sambosetups.com, or our Patreon page. There are links to both in the descriptions. Any questions, do let me know in the comments, but please note the track state, which is clean, and the track temps are already shown on the overlays. Hope you enjoy. Cheers. Smashing it over the start-finish line as we look for our entry into turn 1, which is going to be just after the 100, but before the 50. On the brakes, roll on to about 80% and then roll back off, back on the gas nice and early in first gear, because he's now going to carry that speed all the way up through a Rouge and Radial and up the Kemmel Straight. So this is very simple and straightforward in the MX-5, certainly compared with like the M2. So we're just going to go flat out, just running over both sets of curbs and cutting that last one as much as possible. This little hairdryer engine screaming away. And I don't know if I was into the wind, but I ended up just leaving it in fourth. I'm going to get on the brakes. Couple of car lengths alongside that curbing on the left hand side, down second gear, cut that corner, back on the gas. Now we do a lift, cutting the corner again. Now we're flat, head over to the left hand side, and we're going to remain flat as we go through turn 7. Now we're going to look for the curbs on the left hand side again as we come into this tight turn 8. So we go roll onto the brakes to about 70%, but then we're going to trail off, back on the gas in second gear, holding it around 40% until we know we can make the exit over to the right hand side. As we get alongside those cones, lightly on the brakes, leaving it in second gear, back on the gas. Now as we come into Pouon, we don't want to brake too hard, so we're going to brake. We're going to turn in and brake to about 30% at the 50, trail it off. Now we're back on the gas in third, let the car run out wide to keep all the pace going. Head over to the left hand side, and now in these curves we're going to use, we're going to use the curbs as our braking markers to about 60%, down to third gear, back on the gas. Now we're just going to do a little lift to get through the second part there. Head over to the left hand side, we're looking for the curb as our braking marker again, and again on the brake the start to about 55%. Now back on the gas nice and early, cutting the corner, exiting wide, and we are now flat all the way through to the bus stop chicane, turn 18. Now, if you want the full breakdown of this lap, you can just search Sambo MX5 Spa, because I did one for the GP Pits edition, and this is exactly the same apart from one corner. Or you can just go off this. This last time on the brakes just after the 100, down to first gear, back on the gas, now a lift, and then back on the gas once more. Exit nice and wide. And then we pin our rears back for the line, and over and across we go. We have got one final version coming up next with the driving line on and without me talking. If that